What's up, everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review. Today from Hasbro, we are looking at the SNOWSPEEDER with DAK Ralter from Star Wars The Black Series. This is part of the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back. This is the latest vehicle in the collection, and it's a big old boy. As you can see, we are zoomed back very far today. But we're going to take a look at the box here. Of course, you can see we've got some really nice artwork on the front of the SNOWSPEEDER, as well as some promo images of the actual SNOWSPEEDER on the side here. It is an exclusive. It's hard to see. Everything's falling apart. This box portion is going to be a little difficult. Online exclusive, I would have to imagine, something like that. It doesn't have a number. Here's the back of the box. You can see all the awesome promo pictures that show off all of the detail of the SNOWSPEEDER, as well as a bio for the SNOWSPEEDER and a bio for DAK. On the other side of the box here, you can see we've got a nice picture of DAK. On the top of the box there, you can see another picture of the SNOWSPEEDER, and not a whole lot going on the bottom besides a barcode. So we're going to go ahead and get this open. We'll take a look at DAK, and then we'll take a look at the SNOWSPEEDER itself. All right, and here is DAK out of the packaging, looking really awesome. Of course, pretty much from the neck down, it is the same exact figure as the SNOWSPEEDER Luke, which we got a little bit earlier this year. The new SNOWSPEEDER Luke body is absolutely awesome, and there is some minor differences between the two, which I'll show you, which made me really happy, especially after, you know, we got Wedge and he had a lightsaber clip on his belt and stuff like that. So we also have a couple accessories to talk about as well, but since we're already taking a look at DAK here, I'll just show them kind of along the way. So let's get DAK off the stand and we'll take a closer look. All right, so as you can see up close and personal, he does have his own helmet, which is nice. Different paint apps on it. Let me just pop it off so you can see the photoreal head. His helmet is pretty tight on his head. It was pretty hard to get on, and is also pretty hard to get off. Okay, so here he is with his helmet off, and you can see here the photoreal head does look very nice. Pretty accurate as far as memory serves to the actor that played DAK. Although, of course, as most of you guys know out there, his screen time is extremely limited for very obvious reasons, but looks really good. And his helmet is also very nice. It's got some really nice weathering on it. It's a little plain, but that's how it is in the movie, so that's how it's going to be for the figure. You can see mine is pretty sloppy. It's got some paint on the visor, which is a tiny bit of a bummer, but honestly, DAK is probably going to be sitting in that pilot seat for the rest of the time I have this figure on display in my collection, so I won't really probably ever think about it that much after this review. And to give you a quick rundown of some more accessories, you get two grenades, which look pretty nice, black plastic with a little bit of gold on them. They do also have storage on the SNOWSPEEDER, I'll show you that. And we also got the portable grappling hook sort of deal thing here that Luke uses to attach to the AT-AT. Really happy this was included with the SNOWSPEEDER. That is pretty awesome, and it looks pretty good. It's got some variations of silver, a little bit of black plastic, and some black paint as well. Does have some minor scuffing on the barrel there, but overall, pretty badass. Now here is Luke and DAK together, and you can see the main difference between these two figures is actually the belt. The belt is completely different. Of course, Luke's got his lightsaber hook. He's got a silver buckle and a bunch of pouches. DAK doesn't have any of those pouches. He does have some little silver doohickeys right there, and his belt is painted pretty nicely. There's a little bit of paint bleed right there, but pretty much exactly the same otherwise. Just taking a look at them, not really a whole lot different besides the belt, but I appreciate the belt being different. And even though it is just mostly reuse, it's still pretty damn awesome. So let's go and run through his articulation really quickly. With the helmet on, he can look up that far, down that far with the helmet on. You can, of course, twist the head. You get a little side to side. He does have the double neck articulation, so right here and at the base of the skull. The arms move out pretty well. Of course, they rotate all the way around. He does have butterfly joints as well. Nice single jointed elbows there. rotation at the wrist, the vertical hinge down and up, and on this side rotation and the horizontal hinge there. For the ab crunch, you can go forward not really at all, and back you can move back quite a bit. Of course, you do have rotation right there as well, and tons of side to side movement, everything like that. His leg can kick out about that far. The single jointed knee gives you exactly 90 degrees. You also have rotation at the knee. You also have the thigh cut. And for his feet, they can move down really far. They can go up a little bit, and you get that wonderful ankle pivot. So just by being on the SNOWSPEEDER Luke body, DAK is already a really great figure, especially in terms of articulation. Of course, most collectors, including myself, are going to just display him in the SNOWSPEEDER, so it might be a little bit of a waste, but I'm happy that Hasbro just included this figure with the SNOWSPEEDER instead of making us go out and buy it separately and go on the hunt for that. Just call it a day, include DAK, and there you go. So now that we've gotten DAK out of the way, the accessories the SNOWSPEEDER comes with, let's take a look at that absolute massive unit right now. I don't even know if I can fit this all on camera. All right, and here we are, to the best of my abilities, having the SNOWSPEEDER on the actual frame. Of course, had to pull way back because this thing is absolutely 100% massive. A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be huge, but once you get it in person, you get it in hand, it's just like a whole another level of like, pretty much where the hell am I going to put this? But as you can see, just taking a look from the distance here, it's got really great details on it. There's a ton of stuff going on with this particular piece. Lots of little removable things. Some assembly is required, like for this piece, you got to put both of these on. I already did that off camera, and they just pop in there pretty easily. And same thing with this panel right here. You can see this removable panel just has a ton of really nice details in here. There's lots of rustic colorings to the inside sculpt work there, and that just looks absolutely awesome. And it does have this removable panel here, which just plugs right in there. And then on top of that, if you want to cover it, you got to put this thing on, and that just snaps down in there pretty easily. And then there you go, you have that covered up if you want to. This right here also opens, but mine, it feels like it's stuck. Like, I'm not trying to test my luck here, but you can see there is sculpt work under here, but for whatever reason mine just does not want to budge out of that. And I'm not trying to break this, I'm being extra gentle with it, but this panel definitely comes off, and same thing on the other side, at least to some degree it comes off. I know that for a fact. You also get the back turret here, which pops right off. That's another thing you have to plug in, and it rotates all the way around. You can do all that cool stuff. This thing is just absolutely massive. Looks so damn good. There's tons of really nice paint details. Really, really nice paintwork on this figure. You've got tons of the little logos like that throughout the piece. The double Z on the back there, which mine is the correct version. Both Z's are on both sides are printed correctly, so that's good. I was a little worried at first. You can see the back here has tons of great details. You got some of the landing gear stuff right there. Here's the tow cable. It comes all the way out, decent amount. You just gotta work with it, because on the bottom here, this little trap door opens, and you can see right in here, it's kind of hard to see, the rest of the tow cable is stored right in there. So if you want to pull it back, you just pull your strings back and just put that right back in there. Also on the bottom here, it's really hard to get open, but you got the landing gear as well, and then you got the other landing gear right here, and then of course at the top here, you can barely see it. This is a really hard review to film. You got the other landing gear piece right there. So yeah, I'll just show you some more close-ups of the actual SNOWSPEEDER here. Looks very nice. Tons of really great details, but it does have really awesome paint apps all throughout. Love the battle damaged look of the SNOWSPEEDER. I think that effect translated pretty damn well. And then of course the cockpit opens up. You can see some really great details here. DAK seat, you got the targeting system, all sorts of goodies in there. Looking really nice, really cleanly applied. The detail is very, very good. Down here in DAK's seat, you can store Luke's weapon. Down in there, it just plugs right into a hole. And then also along the sides here, you can see that there is storage for the grenades. Those two are sculpted and molded in there, but on this side you can plug the one in, and then you flip it to the other side here and you can plug that other one in there. So that is absolutely awesome. Really great internal details on this piece. And then this is a look at Luke's side here. Some of the paint apps could be a little bit better, especially that one. These are like completely off the mark, but still appreciate the effort and the sculpt work on the inside of the cockpit here. Just looks absolutely amazing. So detail wise, articulation wise, size wise, SNOWSPEEDER is absolutely amazing. Looks fantastic. So let's put the actual figures inside. Let's see if they fit. All right, so we got DAK here, and these are the seat belts are plugged in at the top there. Gonna put DAK in a pre-sitting pose, and there we go. He fits right in there. Plug him in, tuck him in tight. Very nice. Fits well. And now we got Luke. There we go. We got them both in there. Looking pretty awesome. Not too shabby there. Of course, got to mess around a little bit more if I want to put their hands on the controls, but that's what posing for later is. And we'll go ahead, we can close this up. And then boom, we got them both in the SNOWSPEEDER cockpit, and that just looks absolutely amazing. Hasbro 100% killed it with this vehicle. It's massive, it's heavy, it's got tons of great details on it. You get a figure with it. So at the end of the day, I 100% think that this is absolutely worth it. Totally awesome, really great piece from Hasbro here. Just shows what they can do when they really want to try and put in some effort into releasing figures here. Not that they haven't been doing that with the Black Series lately. The Black Series has been killing it, and this is just another example of them absolutely killing it. So that is my review for the Black Series SNOWSPEEDER. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you pick this one up? Are you going to pick this one up? Let's talk about it in the comments. Of course, if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars: The Black Series on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.